Hello there, everybody, and good evening for the final time of 2021. It is I, KFan701, along with Roger, and hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, this will go off as a grand ending to the year. And I have so many New Year resolutions on me right now, and I'm proud to say that I'm looking forward to the changes that are going to come. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who had supported me for so long and for so many years that I've been here. I couldn't have asked for greater fans than you have, or what's left of you guys. Now I know for a fact it's been a rough 2 years, but I've got such high faith that 2022 is going to be a much more better year, and I hope and pray that every one of us has a fair share for it. And no matter what happens, regardless of the outcome of what will happen when the pandemic continues on to give us as much grief as it can, let's just continue to stay strong and positive, continue to get vaccinated to save many more lives, and to protect those that we love and care. And I know for a fact that we can do this. We have to pull together and do the right thing. Because I know for a fact that times are changing, and by the rest of the year and into the future, until we reach 2020 and beyond, you know, even into when we reach 2030 for crying out loud, things are going to constantly change rapidly fast. Now, I know some of you guys will be thinking and wondering, what does my future hold? Well, I won't say too much, but I will say for a fact that I have a few resolutions to make. Is that my first resolution? I will be here less and less because of my recent announcement that a few days ago, announcing my absence. Because I will be taking a much needed one because of a certain individual apparently who has screwed and taken so much away from me, to the fact where I've lost a lot of fans and a lot of friends who believed who I was in the past and don't agree with who I am today. But putting all that BS aside, I will be taking the more time off as I can. If I come back, that's up to me to make that choice. Because 2022 will be a different year for me. But do not worry, I'm not officially retiring. But the thing is, I have to take this absence for the new year and for my life because I know changes are coming and I have to adapt with that. For those of you guys who have known me for a long while, don't be too concerned. It's not like I'm not going to do something silly and do something that will make you guys mourn and forget about me. Because I know for a fact we can all change in life. It just takes time. But for me, changing happens so many times. And I have to know that, it does take time and nothing's ever easy. But the good thing is at the end, it can be done for a lot of people who want to go in that direction, and I'm one of many. 2022 has high hopes for a lot of people, and I wish everybody a good happy new year. And I am so looking forward to what happens when we depart within the next few hours when 2021 enters the history books. But I won't be doing this New Year streaming alone. I will have some more people who want to join me if they want to. Hey Christopher.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey Christopher, I'm glad you popped in. I'm looking forward to the new year. I've already made my resolutions. As I said, in this whole thing afterwards, when this whole thing is done, I will begin my absence. Whenever I will return, it doesn't. I will not be officially saying on that, but I will say
Yeah,
though, I do need it badly.
I
But
understand.
I know because of what some certain individuals have done, who have,
Yeah,
like I said, some have said have shattered my reputation, and maybe I will never be able to repair it. But the thing is, I don't care anymore for what people will think of me as of now. The fact is, I do feel like I've lost a lot of trust, and a lot of friendships, and a lot of those who used to look up to me. But the fact is, I'm not going to give it up. I will not go out this way. But the fact is, you know who is continuing to watch and to
Yeah.
stream over and steal a lot of stuff to make us all like the bad guys around here. Thing is, I hate to say this, but I have been doxxed, harassed, abused, and painted to look like such a horrible person.
Yeah.
But you're not.
That is who I
You're better
am.
than all that shite.
I know. I've admitted. I will admit. I will admit why I've said back then was true until I had to go and get help and talk things out. Because I knew what I was going to do. I didn't want to go down that road ever again. I vowed this year not to. But because lately and everybody keeps on talking about nothing but who I was back then, even going back to me 6 years ago and 11 years ago with my whole Titanic stuff and everything, I've reached that point to where I'm just like, screw this, I'm gonna go until I return back when it's much more better. Because I'm not gonna put up with any more of this anymore. You know, even if it means, if some people want to see me do what they think I'm gonna do, then so be it. But the fact of the matter is, I can't. I do have to. I do want to end this New Year's Day because I'll end the stream just an hour before we actually celebrate it here in England and up in
Yeah.
Scotland as well. So I'll continue on as long as I can and try and have some good reminiscing and have some good memories to talk about and try and end this with a happy one because that's what everybody wants on this year.
Yeah.
Despite we've recently had a few more lives have lost, and despite many have lost loved ones, and I can understand that. But the fact of
Yeah.
the matter is, life has to go on regardless, because things will get worse before they get better. But we mustn't lose our hope.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we've all gone through a pretty shit time, but we will get through this in the end.
Yes, even if it means some of us who might die young may not live to see it, but at least we've tried. I just,
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I don't want to distress you all enough, but I've already took my first COVID test and it came back negative, thank God. So I can enter the new year with a much healthier mind and a much more healthier progression. So at least that was very lucky. I was actually concerned that I thought I caught it, but thank God I was still alive and I don't have to isolate for 7 days.
Yeah.
So I was a bit tense for the last half an hour. I was very, very tensed. But the good news is, it came back with just one line in, and I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
Besides all that, though, I will have to say 2021 has been a bit more better than what happened last year. If you were to compare the two together.
Yeah. I
So
mean, personally, this year it's been a bit of a mixed bag for me with everything that's happened. But at the end of the day, 2020 was a real shock to us all, and at least now we can start to move forward.
mhm, I think this new variant that we've got right now, it ain't going to be as bad, even though it's going like crazy. I think it
Yeah.
may not. I think it's going to be a repeat of what the Delta COVID was like, because that was a very flat one. Not much was going on. So this could be a repeat. But like I said, I am concerned still for the future for a lot of us because I do feel like since this happened a few years ago, I felt like our future and everything that we knew was taken. And I feel a bit sorry for those like myself who may not be able to get a job. And speaking of which, that will be like one of the topics I need to talk about because I have been job hunting all day long and I'm not giving up. I just really want one so badly, one where I want to like earn my own savings and just be with people and make newer friends while I'm in my absence.
Yeah.
I just, I know I've got some good friends here who still think the world of me still because I've been on here for 14 good long years and I don't want to end it this way on a high note, but now I have to. You can't, and I can't be held responsible for what I'm going to do because
Yeah.
I know I should have done this a long time ago, but back then I didn't think straight. And I am going to be very sorry for for those of you guys who will miss me for a while, but I have to do this. It's not that
As I,
I'm.
s-
I just.
as I
It's not.
say, I understand. You know, at the end of the day, you've gone through enough shit, and you need to take time for yourself.
I mean, all this happened in the build-up on during the final month of this time, and they weren't kidding. They've taken everything and spied on me, and even now, even in Hangouts, they're still doing it on the
Ugh.
thing they've done lately. They did it with Roger and somebody else, and who else they didn't want to get involved with. But I know for a fact I'm being watched there and here. So technically, I have been doxxed. And which is a crime, by the way. And I
Mm,
have been, spied on, harassed it, and abused it. And no matter what will happen, it's just that no one's doing a damn thing about it because nothing's going on. So I clearly think there's a screw up system going on that's letting all these people, these idiots, mostly underagers,
mm,
destroy my reputation. Yeah, but the fact is that's who's responsible, and Robert Johnson is right. I've done the exact same thing too, but the fact is nothing's being done because I think it could be a bit too late to salvage my life with this. But like I said, I want to be positive and happy, but I'm so overshadowed by all the bullcrap that I've had to endure and why I've lost so much. But I'm not going to give it up still. But I know for a fact I need to take this absence, and I don't know if it will. I'm not going to. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not
mm,
because sometimes when people do take a long absence, they come back and they don't get the welcome they get, and they get a lot of severe resentment. And I think that's what
mm.
everybody at the moment is doing at this point. You know, but like I said, I have been very apologetic to many I may have mistakenly wronged,
Mm,
and my actions were unintentional. People don't understand what it's like to go through me when you're in my position. I can be very emotional. I can be very, very mad when I can. And even though
mm.
I say things before I should think, which I know is my down spiral for this, the fact is people don't understand what it's like for me to be like I am.
Yeah,
And I know I've screwed up a few times. The fact is, though, is that people don't understand who I am now, and everybody, including who's on the comment box there, he
oh,
knows. All he knows is because he only knows who I was then, and that's what people will only remember me for, because people choose to remember the past and not the future. What I'm basically trying to say is, who gives an f about who I was in the past?
yeah,
Here and now, here and now, in the present and for the future is what really matters more.
yeah.
Nothing
The
can be
past,
done.
the
Nothing
past
can
is
be
in the
done.
past. No.
Yep, nothing can be done to erase what I did then. But the good thing is, though, you can't change the past because there's no point. The only good thing is, though, we can change the future, and that's what we need to do.
Exactly.
While I'm not going to say too much, I will say I'm very proud that I've stuck it this long. And I know some of you guys were freaking out and worried that something
Yeah,
bad would go down with me and what I could have done. But the fact is, I've made my mind up. I've already begun my progress to push forward with my New Year's resolution, with the changes that I've determined to set out to do. Like I said, I may not be here very often now, but I will be coming when I have to.
yeah,
Like I said, this isn't a retirement. This is more like a see you later until whenever, like see you down the road type of thing.
yeah.
But if anybody else wants to join on this New Year's stream for the next few hours, you're more than welcome to pop in and try and have some good happy talks and try and see what we can do on a good note because that's what we want today. And we don't want to end this one with a depressed state, okay? Because we want happiness, we want care and love, Because no matter what side we're on, whether we're in England, whether we're in America, Canada, Japan, Russia, or even in Germany and France, or any places of the world right now, we are here to have a great ending, and basically just to march into the future side by side. 2022 could have some great stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to 2022
I always
because
have.
because this year might not have been the best year for me and all the stuff that's happened personally, but I know for a fact that next year things will hopefully be much better.
Well, you never know. I mean, this year was a bit, like you said, a mixed bag, but it was a lot more better in some other places. However, though,
Yeah,
you know, as a trains fan, to loving steam trains and the video game trains, it was a great year. I'll say that. That's what I can say. And a bit of a wrestling
hmm,
fan as well. I was happy for that too. Because I got to go back to some of the shows and enjoy that. Got to meet some newer friends like yourself, Christopher, and speak
yeah,
with you again, Roger. And I've been trying to do everything right, but like I said, there were a lot of cracks and a lot of, you know, issues that unfortunately had spiraled that did make this year a little bit uneasy for me. And I've become a bit more aware of who I need to hang with because I have felt the need that, not everyone's going to be friendly around me or I won't be like that either. But the fact of the matter is, trusting is one thing, but I want people to know that. And listen, I don't care if you guys dislike me for this or like me at the end of this. But you need to
mm,
understand, I am truly, truly, I'm sorry for anybody I may have wronged and may have unintentionally harmed it. And I do apologize. I know some of you guys are thinking the same as well because some of you people were forced to turn on me to do harm because, and I know a few have done. And for those who were very apologetic, it will take me some time to forgive, okay? But for now, I have to focus on my future because my life matters as does everything else. But do not be concerned, I will return at some point. I just don't know when. Maybe,
yeah,
maybe I won't. Maybe I won't return in 22. Maybe I'll be back by the following year. Who knows what will happen? But I've just got to that boiling point where that's it. And Robert Johnson, thank you so much for stepping in, pal. Thanks for some of the lovely comments you gave me, and I appreciate it. And look, I hate to bring this up, but everybody else, keep a sharp eye on it because literally you guys may not want to or may do, but screw it.
ah,
Yes, not just that, but that's what you gotta guys have to do. He's one of the main reasons, and prior to the rest of the lads who have done severe harm. All I will
mm,
say, and I'm gonna leave it at this for the last and final goddamn time. Could have done the right. Listen, I'm gonna say it one last time, and that's it.
yeah,
Coasty Star 7, aka Weird Things, you could have done the right thing by just letting this all go, but no. You decided to make this personal, and you dug your own grave for doing this. The fact of the matter is, you have no life. You wish nothing but to cause me grief and harm, and you dug up my personal talks with every friend I needed to help me with my life, and you have manipulated everybody else around me. But the fact of the matter is, 2022 will see a change, and honestly, I am definitely looking forward to seeing what will have in store. But who knows? We can't predict the future. You know, none of us can. We just gotta take life as it comes at us.
hmm,
As Jack said in the Titanic film, you know, we should take life as a gift and never intending on wasting it, because you never
yeah,
know who you're gonna end up meeting or wind up with.
yeah,
So those are some very encouraging words. That was way back in 1997 when the film came out, and
yeah,
I really take those words on as very inspiring. And that's what I
yeah.
think this generation needs to understand because you never know what's around the corner. What's your opinion about that, Christopher?
I think for me, to be honest, we need to look to the future. We can look at the past and see where things may have gone wrong and try to move on from what we've done. That's the way I see things.
Anything else?
Not really sure at the moment. The only thing I can say is we need to take things one step at a time, not rushing into anything.
Right, you guys continue talking up while I just do something.
All right.
Well, hopefully next year, this Dalek will have a custom accessory that I've been looking to originally try and make, but my version just didn't work out. It's the electrode unit. It's like two prongs at the front of a disc, and the disc has got some sort of what looked like some sort of fuzzy thing on it as well.
Cool.
That's why I ended up reorganising a few. Now I've got 4 of them again.
I'll be right back. Something's in the microwave.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Truthfully, I hope 2020. Yeah, we all hope 2022 is better. Island of Sodor film
Absolutely agree.
film studios.
I mean, this year's been difficult enough, but next year could be better, so let's just hope so.
What? Christopher?
Yeah.
What, Mom? No, Chris Roy was talking then.
Oh. Hold on a second.
That's what some people thought too. putting my gift stuff away. So you two can continue talking if you need to, lads.
So, what are your hopes for the next year, Roger?
Roger, Chris actually was asking you about your hopes for the future. Roger? I don't think you can hear us.
Yeah, I think something.
I think his internet side may have been disconnected.
Hmm.
Well, I'm hoping things do go well. But I
Yeah.
am worried. You know,
Yeah.
I'm worried for a lot of things. But I want to be positive.
Yeah.
Look, if anybody who wants to take part in here, you're more than welcome to, guys. Because I know for a fact we need to end this year on a grand note.
Jeez, oh.
Hey, what? What, Krista?
Union Pacific 844 saying, I wouldn't be so positive since 2022 could be worse. I just hope there isn't a giant asteroid heading towards us.
I'm not sure either. I didn't hear much about it. I've always heard that back in 2020.
Hmm. I mean, a lot of the time they say something's going to hurtle towards the Earth, but then it just misses.
No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I don't think that will happen. If there's one thing I know for a fact that you're not seeing us doing, I
Hmm.
mean, the idiots who are just continually stalking us right now, I know what they're doing. The fact of the matter is, do you see us doing the exact same? Even though we are telling, they're doing the wrong thing by spying on us and doing all this kind of stuff to try and make us look bad or whatever. But the fact is, it's a waste of our time. Listen,
Exactly.
I know. Do you see me doing? Look, I hate to keep mentioning the son of a gun's name, but when you see,
Sorry about that. Something went wrong.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at, if you look at what, I don't want to keep saying it down, but I'll say it anyway. But screw it. You know, Oh, super. Who's this? But I said about what's his name. He's doing all this and that to try and collect all this so-called evidence or whatever. But the fact is, he's took it too personal and too far to the point where he's. I know. But do you see me But have anybody ever seen me and Roger and Christopher and everybody else do this? No, because we wouldn't do this in retaliation. The fact is, though, is that you made it personal, and something's going to have to give. 24 p.m. Nice to see you, pal. Yes, and look, I won't go into detail about what TK is doing, but I found out about this. Yeah, I know. He was do you know what's really tragic about TK or Tom K or whatever the hell you want to call him? He was one of the first guys I remembered in the Thomas Fandom who was wonderful, funny, and hilarious. You know, he knew how to make me laugh. I remember. But at the end of the day, I have never foreseen what he could do with this, and you know, it really makes me sick to think to know what he's did, and I have seen it. I've seen what he has done. Some of the lads on other sections have told us, and I saw it to believe it, and I'm not gonna lie, I vomited in the toilet. I literally for about 5 minutes, and he did not give a damn. He didn't care what he did. He admitted, and he just didn't care. And he's an official, you know what? He's even younger. Yeah, he's younger than I am.
Dirty, low life.
I know. He went after
I'm
someone
not even
who was
going.
underaged.
I'm not even going to finish that still game quote I'm thinking of to describe that guy.
I know. I don't want to say it either. It makes me sick when I found out. But my question is in my mind is what the hell made him do this?
Sick in the head. That's all I can think of.
And to think he was a train fan and did some of the best, you know, just think he was a steam train fan and he met the Flying Scotsman. He went on all great railways, hung out with his friends who were funny and hilarious. And what's even TK even knew about my situation. The fact of the matter is, I had no idea he was going to go to this level. Now I'm thinking to myself, I need to be more careful with who I hang with, and it scares me. This is the reason why I have a very bad, you know, a little bit of a temperament towards the younger generation who do not respect the younger adults like myself, who don't respect, you know, anything they do, and I think it's all right. I don't think Tom K was even thinking for what he was going to do. But you know, it hurts me, man. This was someone I used to befriend, you know, and I'd miss talking to him, you know. But hearing this, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. That's why everybody's freaking out like hell. And I had to let Roger know, and I wasn't even going to say what he is now because he's officially won. And I'm hoping that the lads have got him. I hope he's learnt his lesson. But the fact is, you know, I won't be remorseful for what's going to happen to him because he did wrong and he crossed the line. This is what everybody else needs to do. I mean, will you ever see me do, you know, go after somebody like that? Of course not.
Yeah, because you take things better.
I
you
know.
do things a lot better than that.
But the fact is, I would question just why, you know, because, you know, a part of me feels like I failed as a friend or whatever. I feel like I could have done something to stop him, but I had no idea he was going in this route. You know, I found it in a chat, and I was, like I said, I was horrified, man. I was sick for a while. Yes, Union Pacific 844, you may not believe it in February, but not only is it Flying Scotsman's 99th, but I too will be turning 31 years of age.
Jeez, oh.
I know. That's why all this time I had no idea Flying Scotsman was born on the exact same month as I was. Thus why I felt like there was a connection. I didn't think it was a family connection at the time, because I loved that locomotive like everybody else did. But now that it's got a family tie with my own, I look at it now as if it's my big sibling on wheels or something. It's strange. I feel very connected with that loco. Anyways, I remember who that guy is. Faraway Corey 13. That name rings a bell.
Hmm.
The only thing is, I can only imagine what Tom K would think right now if he had anything to say for his actions. Because I've got a bad feeling he's going to have a terrible, terrible outcome. And to be very, very honest, I'm not going to say he deserved it, but there's something bad that he needs help with. And who knows? Because I think he's gone down a very bad path. Whereas,
Yeah.
It's just the fact is, this is one. Look, I know you guys are concerned about me right now watching, but it's one of the things I will say that I hate what men do. They go to that sort of thing. It's worse in America and other parts of the
Hmm.
globe. But why the hell do men do this shit? It's one of the reasons why I'm against my own gender. Why I hate. I don't despise what we guys are, but but as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the things I hate in terms
Yeah.
of why can't we be better than that? You know, it's just I feel that the younger generation, who are a few years behind us, are just getting nowhere. Yes, and I heard about Betty White's passing. I know it was tragic. I know. Sometimes not every year has a good ending in some cases, unfortunately. But again, life has to progress on. Negativity cannot stand in the way for everything. That's why we have to force our way through to do positive things as a way to distract ourselves so that we don't get caught up in the moment or we end up going down a certain place that we end up regretting later. And that's what I struggled with for a long, long time. Look, I'm not being dramatic, I'm not even begging or forcing sympathy or whatever, but I'm a man who knows, who does know. I just don't want to come to terms or go to, into too much, what's the word? Dwelling too much. And that's what a lot of people tend to do. If you dwell too much, that can lead to a serious mistake. But again, with all the doom and gloom that's still hovering above us, we gotta take brave steps and enter this new year. Well, guess what? Well, that is sad. Yeah, it is. Ironically enough, Lance Gossman will make it to being 100. And who knows what will happen down that year. But I
Yeah.
do have a lot of good hopes that some things are going to happen. I, I, for the, look, sorry if I'm skipping and stuttering a little bit because I really am really having, a positive outlook on what we could see, but I can't see too much into the future. But I
Hmm.
know for a fact that things are going to get more better, and I do hope and pray that everybody else, you know, think like I do. Think positive, don't be negative. Even if you do feel down, try and be there for your friends to keep you going. You know,
Hmm.
you know, like I said, guys, I will be sorely missed when I do begin my absence, but it's my choice, and not
Yeah.
because of what who has done to me. It is partly, but it is partly that. But the fact of the matter is that I need to really take a break. I mean, it's the best course of action I can do. But like I said, I don't care too much about the Thomas fandom anymore. And look, this takes me guts to say this. I literally was done with the fandom.
Hmm.
You can see in one of my past streams, I said I was done with the toxicity with it. When I said I left, people thought I was retiring, but no,
Yeah.
done with it because I was sick of it and I couldn't take it anymore because others were leaving the exact same time. So I, did the right thing myself. But I'll still love Thomas and I'll still love Disney. I'll still love Star Wars and I'll love my interest. But I just don't think fandoms aren't there as we knew anymore. There needs to be something done to try and make things a lot more safer and to be much more appreciated. Well, something, Union Pacific 844. If Lance Gossman could have had a could have been turned back into its A1 look, and you never know. Actually, Florence Crossman could be repainted soon in that livery when she turns 100, and they might remove the German smoke deflectors. You know, that'll be the closest they'll ever have. Like I said, it's got its Grizzly Baller back, and who else? Who knows what else is going to happen? I really have got a feeling they will do something special for that. Well, Stone Island Film Studios. I don't think the Thomas. Ow! Oh, jaw. I don't think the fandom hasn't been cursed. Not like a Superman curse. Not that far. I think something's really happened to it that I didn't foresee coming. I don't know how it started, but the fandom just hasn't been quite the same since. As we've
Yeah.
gotten older, new fans have come in and have just disrespected it. You know, it's like the potential end of the fandom. You know, because what do generations do? What do sometimes the newer generation do before we do? Like those who are ruined it right now. They do nothing but spit in the face of our creativity, our hard work, and just because we can do some things that are a little bit different and may be a bit unrealistic and may have done things that may have been a little bit out of the box in some way, it doesn't
Yeah.
mean we're not doing harm all the way around. It's just who we are and we have our own creativities. It's just that why can't people give us the credit that we give them back? You know, it's like we give, and in the end, they just take, and stomp us to the ground like we're nothing but shit to them.
That I can unfortunately agree.
And that's what we've seen everywhere, not just in Thomas, but I've seen it in other fandoms who are even in a worse state. I don't know about the anime. As for the anime industry, that's something I can easily relate with, because that to me is more like me with reality, because, you know, I love anime, I love the styles of what the Japanese culture is like there because I can understand it through that. You know, and I love that sort of thing. Oh, and look who else has decided to join in. I was hoping and waiting he would join in with us. Yes, Roger, I can see you, pal. Hello, Simmer Killer. Nice to see you join the final 2021 stream for me, and I have missed talking to you, pal. Where have you been for the last few days? I was worried sick for you.
Well, you started the. You should know I get up pretty late, plus different time zones. You know. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't blame the stupid reboot with you in Pacific 844. Nothing like that at
3,
all.
2.
I have, look, I will regretfully say this, I have seen a few of the episodes because I forced myself to with bravery. And I can see exactly where they're trying to go. I know what they're aiming it for, but it's just, you know, it's just not our cup of tea. The voice acting is fine, both American and...
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, there we go
Oh.
again.
I mean, the voices
Brave.
were better than I expected,
Brave.
truth be told, but that was the only positive thing I can say about it.
That's the only, I'm not trying to say, well, I would say it's positive, but the only thing I can be neutral with, the voice acting's one thing, but I can see where they're going for. It's almost like the engines were like as crazy, no pun intended to Batman, as crazy batshit as it is.
Carrot,
You know,
bunny boy.
I know, as crazy batshit as this is, right? The only thing I will say is that, you know, it's almost like the engines on Soda were almost like mini baby sections growing up into what we saw into the seasons before the CGI and after that. I know what they're going for. It's almost like Thomas's are like little kids as toddlers growing up. I get where they're coming from, but it just isn't for us. And once again, Roger's cat keeps on jumping in, and I'm sorry I keep raiding kayfabe with that, but bloody hell, I just had, you know, I know, the fish and chips anyway, but listen up, dudes. All I'm just trying to look, I'm trying not to look. I'm regaining my composure. I'm trying not to laugh because it looks funny as hell. Anyways, as I was trying to say, look, I'm not going to give the creators props for this, but I will say is that, you know, it's something they want to go for, and I can get that, but it just doesn't work. I mean, you saw how everyone reacted, and most of us was like a no. It even made the bloody papers in the UK and Scotland and how many hate about it. And you would think the company would have took that into consideration, to know that it was just not going anywhere.
I mean, the merchandise looks cool.
Pardon?
I said the merchandise looks good though.
Oh, merchandise. Look, merchandising is something that will never be a no thing, but it's just not for us though. Anybody who gets that anybody who buys the newer merchandise, well, you know, that takes steam, guts of steel to do it. But yes, the only thing I will look forward to, I will stay watching with Thomas because I'm watching the stories of Sodor. I'm watching the other train. Basically, Thomas and Friends, the trains era that we've all been seeing for I think since 2013 or wherever it was. I think will be a lot more of us. That's just how we are, and that's where I'm staying. That's where I will remain in the fandom. The trains fandom, we could say, which is basically unaffected. Despite what happened to Tom K, him revealing to be a horrible you know what. I'm not going to say the P word because I hate it.
I know.
Because it's what people have accused me of being. But look at what Tom K has done. He has officially become one. And have you seen? And that is something that I got saved by when and someone's dog is not happy.
Not mine. He's downstairs just doing whatever.
Mine's downstairs too.
Oh,
what a coincidence. But anyway, Slim Studios, it's nice to see you back. The good news is I've done my New Year posters, which you can have a look at, because it'll be my last thing I'll do before taking my absence. But like I said, regardless of what's been going down, something's going to go bad. I mean, listen, trains is my thing, but Roblox is not my cup of tea. Sorry, 24 p.m.
No, I'm not too much of a fan of Roblox, but
I mean,
I don't mind if other people are.
It's good though, because I like sharing and having fun with them, but it's just not me. You wouldn't see me using it though.
Yeah, everyone's got different opinions on everything, so.
Yeah, that is true. 24 p.m. And that's the thing. Nostalgia nowadays is something that really drives us as adults. It's actually one of the best thing that keeps you going, because there are some things that have lasted for so long that have aged well with time, and even in today's time, it still flows like magic. Sometimes we recapture the glory days of when we were a bit more youthful, when we were younger, and it helps us remember.
Yeah, I mean, the day when I was actually out for my lunch with my parents and that, and we, with our meals, we had wee plastic straws, and I remembered I used to cut them up to put them as wee pipes for my troublesome trucks.
Indeed. Anyways, lads, I will have to say, I remember so well, and I can still remember the early days like magic. To be honest with you, 2021, actually, for the last couple of few years now, actually, since it was what, 2019, or I think it was 2019 or somewhere in that time period, as I remember it. I remember looking back from that, and then 2020 popped in, and now in 2021, I've been recently recounting my childhood and seeing things that I remembered watching thanks to YouTube and thanks to stories down memory lane and other things. I've been really happy with it and blessed with it, and I really felt like there have been times where I've been trying to re-find my childhood a little bit. And
I mean,
it makes me happy. Like, I'll tell you one particular one that really got me fired up. It was not to do with Thomas or Star Wars, because everybody knows this and that. And it's like, you don't need to go down memory lane with that. It's already there. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. We've got somebody who's a big fan of Nia, the Indian engine, who's okay. Thank you, everybody.
Nia number 18 Productions, nice.
I don't know who that is, but it must be somebody who's a big fan. Oh well, I appreciate.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Nia. No offense.
Hello,
that's perfectly fine.
I'm all right with this. I've adapted.
Yeah.
I truthfully despise Neil with a vengeance.
Listen, I don't even have a problem with the characters and everything. I'm just glad we had some new engines. Look, I've
Yeah.
been arguing with this a lot of times. They have not. Listen, let me just do it this way. Listen, they have not replaced Henry and Edward. They've just been reassigned. Edward's back in his own place, in his railway series home, where he's stationed near his branch line, thank goodness. And Henry's back in his old headquarters at Vickerstown. So technically, they've been sent back to their railway series formations somewhat in the first, going back to the first season. So a lot of people were very dramatic about this and that, but I could see what was going on. But everybody went about it the wrong way.
I know. I prefer it. I know. I prefer Edward being in either the main line sheds or at Wellsworth. And I understand Henry being at Vickerstown because it is the final destination for the flying tipper before going on to Barrow.
Looks like I get that, yeah. Apparently we have somebody here who just does not like us. It doesn't really give a damn. You're wasting your time, pal.
They shall be exterminated.
Yes, and I've seen the new Doctor Who trailer thing that they've done. They've done the New Year thing. It goes into a time loop back. But yeah, I was thinking to myself, I bet Christopher's watching this back many times and going to super exterminate mode.
Yeah. I just wish I had more of the new series Daleks and some of the 3D printed claws and exterminator guns, like the rapid fire ones.
You never know, we might see them come back.
Hopefully.
Because
at the moment we're on, I think it's History of the Daleks 8 or 9. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Who here remembers Miss Moab's TNF series?
Everyone does. I do. I remembered it when I was just getting started, when I first started using this.
I'm watching an episode of it right now, episode 12.
They were all very good, don't get me wrong. I mean, 2008 was a grand year for anyone, for the Thomas modelling series. I think that's how the whole fandom kicked off, I think. Either ways, lads, I have to let you know is that, what was I going to say again with the whole thing about remembering which? Oh, yeah. One of the childhood things I remember going back, and it's not Thomas related, and it's not Star Wars related, and it's nothing to do with wrestling or anything like that. It's mainly music. And it's to do with my all-time favourite, Michael Jackson.
I love Michael Jackson.
Remember, yeah, and to be honest, I absolutely loved it. I still miss him. I miss the hell out of him. And do you know what? What's kind of funny? I actually remember watching one of his concerts back in 1992 when I was only just 1 year of age. But keep in mind, yeah, I wasn't there. And it looks like who has decided to make another channel thing and try and make us piss, man. That ain't happening, bro.
Oh God, here we go again.
See him, Roger? He's literally having it now.
Yeah, I see him. Good things get lost.
Do us a favour. Buzz off.
Buzz off, pal. You ain't welcome on here, mate. It's your fault that I'm going to be taking this absence because of you 15-year-old son of a gun. Because it's your fault, pal. You've gone too far with me. And what have I ever done towards you? The fact is, you took this personal with me. And you've cut me deep. If I so happen to never come back, or the worst happens to me, that'll be your fault.
Oh God, somebody else.
The fact is, I don't have a fault. You've got a problem with me, pal. If you can say all that, pal, why couldn't you just say it to my face like a real man rather than hiding like a chicken shit behind there, pal? I don't have control anymore, mate. I
God.
don't need any control. I don't need to.
Yeah, and you're in control of your actions, Percy Star, and face the facts. You're doing worse things.
Fact is, mate, listen, pal. I'm going to say this one last time, and I'm never going to talk to you ever again. The fact is, you screwed up, pal.
Keep the phone back on charge.
Fact is, mate, you're done. Fact is, you have no right to talk to me like the way you've done. Okay? So stay out of my life. Just don't waste my time anymore. Go and bugger off to somebody else who will put with your immature BS. Yes, Barry, no man, I know that was you, Nafford pal. You just want to mess up. If you want to really mess up or whatever the heck may be, listen, pal, just get lost. Listen, you're no longer welcome.
Percy, you remind me of that teacher from Charlie Brown that goes wow 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 wow.
There we go.
Good.
I did. Don't worry,
Okay,
pal,
that was
guys.
funny. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Listen, guys, look, I know for a fact I wasn't. Look, I'm not pissed off or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, listen, Percy Star had balls to say what he said. If he can say that to me, that back there, why couldn't he just say it to me face? Because you know why?
Probably because he's a
can't.
bloody coward.
The fact is, listen,
Someone
guys.
just took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, I think we all did. I think all of us did. He's a 15-year-old coward.
Yep.
A
15-year-old
coward.
numpty.
And do you know what really? That's what really upsets me. As a grown man, why would somebody mess with somebody who's even older? It disgusts me. Sunkiller, I know you've been very silent. I know you've been seeing all this, but I know for a fact even you were really upset about that too, weren't you? You didn't like that.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, I've tolerated it long enough, and honestly, pal, it ain't worth my time. Scotty, we don't really give a damn, so shut up. Just go away. No one gives a damn if you're Nafford or not. But anyways, going back to what we were saying before we were both very rudely interrupted. Going back to Michael Jackson, I remembered watching one of his concerts back in 1992 when he was doing a tour in that very same year. I think it was 93. I think I first got into his music. I don't know specifically. But the good news
This is Thriller.
no, it wasn't that one either. I think it was doing one of his.
I know, but it's one of my favorite MJ songs.
The one I remember the most was the one that he did in '92, and he did this amazing dance he did called in the Smooth Criminal one, and that's my all-time favorite song of Michael Jackson. Period.
Yes, Brandon is done with weird things.
I'm confused. Island of Sodor Film Studios, yeah. Do you know what? Before I go back on that, there's something really cool about Island of Sodor Film Studios, and I've been meaning to tell you this. Do you know what's really funny about every time we come up and talk? I feel like I've known you for such a long time, and this kind of sounds hilarious when I think about it. Your name sounds very, very nostalgic because I remember somebody else who was very similar with that name. And I don't know, it could be somebody else, but I do remember somebody else who was also known as Island of Sodor Studios or whatever it was. It just sounds familiar, and I'm not saying it buggers me, but it actually does kind of ring a funny bell in me, and it's just really cool, And I like how regardless of we've only known each other for a short period of time, that's just one of the funniest things I've just kind of had wrapped around my head for a couple of years. Yes, Robert Johnson, you hit the nail on the head. He has confirmed it, like I said. I mean, listen, if Brandon's here watching this as well, let's just say Ginger Jesus has just got so much on his mind that even he couldn't cope anymore. And I have to say this, he's done the right thing and he knows who to hang with.
Yes, it was SI 3D Films. I loved that guy.
Yes, that's it. Island of Sodor Film Studios. Yes, that's who it was. That's who That's who I thought it was. That's exactly it.
Oh, I loved his videos.
I haven't seen his videos in a long time, but I remember him so well. That is somebody else I remembered.
Oh, I think out of my oh boy, he made so many good ones. It's just hard to pick a favorite.
What about you, Slim Killer? Do you want to say anything? Because we felt like we've left you out.
No, I'm pretty sure I actually rewatched some of his films the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I will say it's really, really cool to see that. That's really, really nice. Huh. Um, One of the things I do remember of is that when I remember watching Michael Jackson's concert in '92, because I think it was at that time period, he did like this cool dance, and then I heard the music playing. Because I remember listening to the music, but I never knew what he looked like in real life. And then when I saw how what he was, that was pretty awesome. Then he did the whole dancing routine with Smooth Criminal and the other guys just with him, and it was amazing. I've actually found the footage of how it looked in the old recording BBC HD style, and I remembered it, and I instantly marked out. I was like, I remember shot by shot, move for move, especially the bit where it's the iconic section where he does the so-called anti-gravity lane when he goes forward, and everybody goes absolutely crazy over that maneuver. And I just remember it so well. I thought, how on earth can we do that? Is it magic, or is he, because I thought, is Michael Jackson not only a dancer, but is he also a magician? Because he did things that many of us in our human bodies just cannot do. Unless it's a stunt doubling, I have no idea. But I will admit to this day, even though Michael Jackson is gone, he has been gone for a long while, for a long time, due to his passing, I will say, his music continues to live on, and the good news is I actually managed to meet. I actually don't remember
Good to have you back,
but
pal. Well, it's kind of good to be back.
my brothers actually got me to see him, and I don't even remember it, but they did when he was touring here in the UK. And funny enough, I actually got to meet two of his impersonators recently. And that who almost looked like him, and it's just fantastic. So that was one good thing.
Gordon was excited. His mood soon changed.
Okay, Christopher, I'll see you in a minute when you get back.
What are you still doing here? I thought you left after Henry came back.
What is it, Jerry? Seeing as how I did such a great job with the experience. Sir Tobin has decided to let
Oh, there he goes. Besides all that and everything, I'm really glad that things are going to go well. And you know what? Despite what just happened just then and everything now, I'm really looking forward to seeing what will happen during 2022. Because I've really got a lot of high hopes, because we're a few more hours to go now, and I'm feeling it. I'm actually can feel the change coming in. I'm getting really fired up for it. You just feel it brewing in me. I got the hair on my back standing up, man. Hey, Bradley.
Oh, don't you remember? Part of Thomas's punishment for being rude to Toby was to have his original voice be replaced by Lister 2 Red Dwarf. Or at least one.
Oh, yeah.
Eavesdropping!
Eavesdropping, verb.
How can
Firstly,
you
listening
do
to a
that?
private conversation. In other words, who invited you?
The good news is, though, like I said, to be honest with you, I understood a form student. When Michael Jackson passed on, I didn't believe it at first. I literally thought it was all a hoax, like he was playing it off so that the media wouldn't know. There's some people who think that, but I had come to terms with it, and I was broken for a long time. And I went as far as saying I would never hear his music ever again because I was so heartbroken myself. But the thing was, when I played Smooth Criminal and then I played it again and watched a few bits and bobs, it just felt like he was there. It felt like he told me to continue dancing. And then I saw his impersonator, you know, one of his impersonators who came up, and it just made me do the music all over again. I just felt like he was there, and I felt happy. And nowadays, I'm just happy for Michael Jackson nowadays because his music is still remembered and loved, and it just, well, it just progressed me to continue to live on. And that's exactly what, you guys, you may not believe this, but I've seen many people who impersonate him on videos, who do cool tribute tours to him. And every time I see a Smooth Criminal, the Smooth Criminal song being played, that really progressed me to continue on going through what happened in 2020 when we had the pandemic and everybody was in lockdown and you could only be allowed out for walking as long as you got your mask or do this or that. And funny enough, you won't believe this, guys, but listening to that song really fired me through, and I don't know what happened, but I tried to use it throughout the rest of the year, and it just made me forget about what was around me. It was like my way of being positive and continuing in life and trying keeping happy. So that's the influence Michael Jackson's music lately had an impact on me. And I was thinking, what can I do to do that sort of thing? And that's what helped. And it actually did the trick. It did the trick. It really did the trick a lot. Even today it helps me. Oh, hello there, Nick. Hello there, Nick. Long time no hear, buddy. What's cooking, man?
I think everyone was heartbroken when Michael Jackson died. iOS.
Hmm.
Ted BW. Anyway, you you have a BMW? Yeah, big Mexican woman. On a stick.
Yeah, I've just explained to Brandon what's just gone down. He was like, damn. But guess what? I was not intimidated. I took it all in because I knew for a fact he was going to do something. The fact of the matter is, nothing's going to, I know for a fact I have to tell you this because of what's going to happen. But the fact is, I'm not going to back down for someone who's younger than me because it's just like it was back in high school when I had underage people who would pick on older. And I think that's wrong. Isn't it usually the bigger guys who pick on the little guys and not the other way around? Hey,
You'd
man,
think that, but a bully is a bully regardless.
I know, but still, the way how I remember this, it's all right, Nick. If you want to join in, join the party, pal. We've got nearly an hour or so left to go before I wrap this one up. So I've got to watch the fireworks go off from London when Big Ben explodes, and we'll see what happens.
Well, we got a few hours before the ball drops.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You guys have a bit more than we do.
Yeah.
I'll just do that quick.
My friends.
Who is the eavesdropping message? Oh. Hey, Daniel. Like I said, that's just how it's going to go. Neil's here too.
Maybe I should add a conflat to this consist.
You still having troubles with your Soda Fallout remake again, Roger?
Well, it's more complicated than that. it's set designing, then there's moving the engines about and face finding. Roblox is just kind of complicated when it comes to remakes. I sometimes don't know how people manage to pull it off.
Even I asked that question too. Hello there, Nick. Welcome on board the final streamer of the year before I have to take my long absence.
Hey there, it's good to hear from you guys. It's been ages.
Yep. Hello, Nick.
Hey
I
there.
see you sharing my screen.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, despite Nick things have been a little bit tough as hell, like you may have missed out earlier because we had a certain individual who's been giving me and Roger and Sim Killer and everybody in my fans a few more, bit of hell. I don't want you to get too involved, pal. But let's just say, I'm taking a good leave absence from just about everything because I've got a life to restart again and find a job and, trying to get some newer people to be with. But I will come back. It's just the fact is, Nick, a lot of personal revealing has been going down to the point where it's gotten so bad that I have to, take some time.
I understand deeply.
Despite the fact I made bad decisions in the past, and the fact is that, that was who I was then in 2020 to where I'm now. So I was just
Yeah,
so
you were in a dark place that year.
Oh, I was. I think you know what? I keep saying that I was in a very bad, dark place, but I didn't. I felt like everybody else was in the same position as I was too. Because think about it, all of us went into batshit crazy mode, and we did some stupid things that we didn't mean to do, and I was among those guys, sadly, even though I've lost my reputation.
Well,
I'm just trying to rebound stronger. And like I said, my actions were very, very unintentional. There are times where I can't always think before I act at times, and that's one of my weaknesses. And I feel bad about that, and that's why I'm going to be in the future a bit more think before I react. But that's what these idiots have done. That's what Percy Star 7 and everybody else who have stabbed me in the back and took a lot of my friends away from me. They have no idea what's going to happen. Because of them, I have to take my absence away, and I'm going to, lay low for a while. And the fact is that I've just had enough. As you see, if you watch my last stream that I did, when I did my announcement of my
What?
absence, you will understand why.
Let's go with
well, we all understand what we've been through, and we honestly, those who are there for you, like myself, we care about you, and we definitely
I know.
understand what you're going through.
I know I've made some mistakes that I may never get back. It's just the fact is that I just wish people could just understand that we have to progress on in life and we cannot stay reminiscing in the past of all the wrong things. We all do that. It's what makes us human. It's what makes us human beings, and I've learnt my
Agreed.
lesson. I've learnt my lesson, and I will never go back there again. I have not been that way since. And I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Despite what's been revealed about me of who I was then, that you can see on Percy Star 7's channel, which has revealed about me of who I used to bloody be, because that guy who I was then was dead since I beat COVID. That Kane fan of who I was back then died after I took my COVID jab, and and I survived. And a new lease of life came, and I've tried to take advantage of this. But no one hardly anybody's gonna take me seriously. Some think I'm just doing it to run away from my past. But to be honest, I'm taking advantage of this new life I've been given. And as I said before, in the Titanic film, Jack Dawson says, you gotta take life when it comes at you. Take it as a gift and do not intend on wasting this. And that's what I intend to do for next year and hopefully into the future and beyond. Because as much as I love being on here with you guys and I love talking to you all, I've lost a lot of my popularity on it because many of them actually do believe who I was.
I still think you're popular, in my opinion.
I know, but I mean, I won't be looked upon as the same Kane Fan 701 as I was.
True.
Okay, I understood our fans is very confused.
What
He's
about?
very, he about Ginger Jesus, about Brandon leaving. Look, and that. Oh god, you're watching the Desk Railway again, aren't you, Roger? I thought that was.
Yep.
Damn it. You know what? Since I've got like 65 minutes left before I cut this one off, I'm gonna play one last train stream around, and then we'll be done. Or watch something else.
Do apologize for the noise. I'm cooking my New Year's dinner.
How ironic! I only just had mine just an hour ago. It's fine, pal. You do what you have to do. We don't mind.
I understand.
Yeah,
Train
What'd you
fans
have?
to
I'm having Chinese.
Hey, Stokes, welcome back. How are you coping? Are you doing alright, Slim Killer?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what we'll have. I mean, I look forward to seeing what your stores are going to be like in the future as well, especially when you've got some more ideas coming in. Anything you want to update us with? So, Train Fan Guy 611, how are you doing?
Pretty good so far. Just waiting for 2021 to be done and over with.
I think we're all ready for 2021 to be done and over with.
But I know for a fact there are some things that aren't going to change. This continuing harassment, this continuing, beating up Kane fan or whatever they're going to do. That's what they're still going to do. I know for a fact until it ends. But the fact is that I'm not going to have any more of this. Like I said, I'll be taking my absence, and when I come back, who knows what will happen. But don't think I'm retiring, guys. I will come back. But for now, I have a life to fulfill. And like I said, I really do feel like, I need to do something, but not like wrong, because I've really been up to it with myself. And, when people tell me to listen, I want to listen. But it's like people don't want to listen to me, and I'm like, so why should I? That's the argument I always keep making. And I see somebody's got some Mikado type
What?
Yeah.
on the share screen.
Nice.
Yeah. It's not the only thing I have running.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was just gonna put that on anyway. Roger, because that was the one I was gonna put in again.
Sorry.
Yep. Oh, and you got the New York Central. You got everybody. Nice, train guy. You've definitely got a lot of good talented
Yeah.
And I just got that too as well. I got that for Christmas. 452 or whatever her name is. That is still sad though. I will admit. Yeah. That crazy caboose. Yeah. Shame he passed away this year. But
I remember that. Everyone was devastated.
I didn't even know who he was either, and I still felt sorry for him. And yet, what was cold about it, a lot of people were taking advantage and took the piss on his death, and I felt very angry about it. I was thinking, why? The nerve of people. It's a shame he passed on, though. I think that was one of the most devastating losses in the fandom ever. Okay, Nick, I can see you're in there, mate. You went out for a bit.
Sorry about that. I must have lost connection at my place.
We've been getting that quite a lot lately.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
It is technology. It is nowadays.
That's why they shouldn't have too much faith in it.
Oh, hello.
Yes, Michael, we dealt with you know who. I just knew he was going to try
Right.
and come in, but it didn't work.
Curiosity, you guys. How many people have actually followed the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 Trust locomotives so far? They actually reached their goal this year with a whole bunch of donations.
I was one of the few who have liked what they've done. I'm not following it, but I am still wanting to support them for it. You know, I want to see what they have when they bring that engine out. I really am looking forward to it.
So, what I heard and saw on Facebook, they actually reached their actual goal, at least $1 million or so. I forget the amount, but it was quite a lot over what they were expected.
Well,
I, of course,
How
will
much did
actually
they
want
get?
to donate some money to have a box wheel being put on, since they got at least 6 of them being made already. So that way they could start working on the chassis. They said that's their next project coming up this year.
well, that's good to know. I'm just going to play one last train run through this, wrap this one up, and then I'll have to get ready because it's now 10 minutes. It's now 10:01 p.m. on my side now, so we have about an hour or two before it all ends.
I have about 10 hours on my end.
That's how long you guys mostly have.
Well, I'm actually using my phone right now, so that's how I'm able to get on your stream. So I got like 55% battery. That'll be okay for a little bit.
That sounds all right. All I'm going to do is I'm going to do something really, really cool here. I'm going to do something really good. Just going to put a concept here that's going to be quite nice.
Curiosity, you guys. How was you guys' Christmas? Mine was actually a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
was good.
Good.
Mine was
It's
good.
pretty good.
I got
Same
half
here,
the
Mark.
things I wanted on my list.
I got
So did
everything.
I probably got a little bit too much.
I got everything I wanted, and to be very honest, it was a very peaceful and relaxing Christmas. I still went out drinking with my father, and we had a great time. It was just such a smooth, soft,
Nice.
peaceful turnout. It was just that type of and then we got to see some of our relatives. But yeah, it was just grand. I just felt so at ease, and that's what President Boris Johnson said. He said this Christmas would be a bit different, and he wasn't
Agreed.
wrong. And he was right. I think he meant that in a positive way.
I agree too.
What about you guys? How did it turn out for you lot?
Well, for me, my
Mine was
mom
good.
definitely got quite a bit of few stuff. She actually gave me, crazy if it sounds, she got me a new pair of underwear that actually has blowing steam with a steam locomotive for humor. Thought it was a joke, but she said this is a good pair that might fit with you when you go to the club. That was humorous.
No, that's quite nice.
Yeah, 2 pairs of railroad socks, a railroad tie from the Durango Silverton.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there a couple times.
Oh, what else did I get? Got a new
Look what I
steam
got.
locomotive calendar with all, and got an auxiliary water tender to go with my HS Clinchfield 311, and as well as I got a little
Hey.
upgrade.
So you got 311 too, did you?
Yeah,
I got a
So someone's
hanger
been still
thing
watching.
where the code hooks are made from railroad spikes.
So someone's been keeping tabs with my 311, I guess. Nice.
It's
I do
supposed to be
love my
hard
Facebook page.
plastic.
I see.
huh. Yeah, a lot of my Facebook page is on Clinchfield 311 since I decided to do something different for the Clinchfield page long ago when I first started this journey. And now they seem like they enjoy my videos when I do at the train shows.
Well, at least you know who you could take the inspiration from. I don't mind.
And the first time ever, I actually got an upgrade with something. I actually got an AC 6000 diesel. It's from the Southern Pacific, but I want to change it up a little bit from the clinch field. I'm actually going to do a first time ever prototype since CSX has not created a header unit yet, but I want to make it in the clinch field lettering.
Oh, nice. Go for it.
So far, I have not seen CSX do stuff like Norfolk Southern does with their header units. They only focus on their, their fire department, the Air Force, the military stuff, that kind of stuff. But they never did this creation yet.
You know, CSX is the biggest anti-steam railway or railroad out there, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's why, listen, and that's something I need to tell you. 311 and everybody in my CSW roster despise CXS for what it is. Because
unfortunately, I just do it for fun.
That's why I said in my prologue, you know, they cut off every section of the line, and they turn into they relocated into the southwest section and cut off everything else and became a privately heritage branch line so that nobody else could get them. They cut off all communications, and you know, so that CXX in the future wouldn't get to them, and other railroads too. So they became basically like an American Sodor version.
Yeah, funny thing is, CSX is owned by the same company that owns Norfolk and Western and Conrail.
Huh.
Damn.
And they own a bunch of other smaller railroads, like the one my dad used to work for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do something creative for the fans over on the Facebook page, and they definitely supported it. They said, go for it. That's what I've been doing.
Well, I hope it turns out well, pal, because I would love to see that when it gets good.
Oh, I'll definitely impress you guys. It will definitely be a little bit surprising. Nice creation to go in with my clinch locomotive.
Well, I look forward to it.
Oh, that's a long passenger train.
You can't see it yet, can you, on my end yet?
So it was a good turnout Christmas time.
Train. So I'm assuming you guys all saw this. Yep, it's remaining stuff, and the hooks are made of rail spikes. They're finally ripping up an industrial line by where I live, and one of the guys went and grabbed a bunch of the rail spikes there.
I see. I don't blame him.
No, they were just going to get melted down anyways.
Just kidding. Yes, I am pondering what you're pondering.
Hurry up, Jim! T2's getting angry!
Oh, Tom, let's just blast our way into 2022.
Oh, my.
Yeah, someone's watching some nostalgia. Scott Nelson. Yeah, my 2 Henry theory. What do you mean by to a duct? Hang on, I'll put you in. Hey, Scott, welcome on board. What do you mean about my 2 Henry theory? About my 2 Henry story 3 to a duct? Oh, you mean you're asking me with my permission you want to adapt to tell it in a restory?
2, we tried to sell one version, but no, we have that for Monopoly.
Actually, you know what? It's all right. You know what? Since you have asked with my permission, yeah, I'm going to allow you to. So congrats, pal. You've just heard my permission. So I'm going to allow you to. And I would like to see it when you have got it uploaded. Take your time with this and don't rush. But I would like to see it. Yeah, even the Under Sodor fan film is watching the same thing as you, Roger.
I'm gonna unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut my hangout time with you guys very short. My battery's low, and yeah.
That's all right, Michael.
If that's a
That's all
car
right,
engine.
Michael.
I'll still be in with you just a little bit longer.
All right. Take care, chat. Oh, MC.
What do you guys think?
Oh, so this is what you've got, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe I might get wasted myself this New Year's.
You might do. I did it last year, and guess what? I slept for until 1 o'clock in the morning of this year, a year ago.
Nice.
But I needed a good sleep.
What I drink is Mike's. If you guys ever heard of that.
Yeah, that's what my dad drinks.
Well, here's what I've got, lads. Here's what I'm drinking. I'm gonna get a big one, and when Big Ben strikes, I'll have a big one. I'm just getting prepared. That's what I've got, pal.
That looks important. That looks like imported stuff.
Oh, it's good. It's a really good drink. It's the only alcohol I have, pal. I drank this every Christmas. I drank a few shots of it, and I'm loving it. It helps me sleep, helps me with my back. And it makes me. It actually, do you know what? It actually takes a lot of the depression out of me. It's more like a cure than a drink.
Here's a little funny story for you guys. Back when I was much younger, my mom hardly drinks different types of alcohol nowadays, but at one time she was a really interesting person. She created her own mixes, and the story goes when I was much younger, me thinking it was fruit punch in the fridge, I ended up pouring a glass of it, and when my mom came around the corner, when I was drinking it, my mom could not believe what I was doing. She said, "Do you realize what that is?" And I said, "That's fruit punch, right?" She said, "No, that's my mixing alcohol drink." I flabbergasted and tried to regurgitate out as much as I could.
Oh, boy.
Of course, I didn't know it at the time, but at least now I know what that stuff is.
Well, at least you now know.
My mom felt sorry for it. I mean, she obviously didn't understand that the difference between the two. It looks identical. I think it was Hawaiian fruit punch I was drinking at the time when I was a kid.
Well, I feel sorry for you too, pal. But at least that's one thing we've all learned. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, of course, it's a good, funny story to tell about when you get older.
Oh yes. Hell yeah, it does. It's gonna be so cool.
Curiosity, guys. I already told you about my favorite passion is caveman, but have you guys do you follow Japanese steam locomotives by chance?
Not really. I've seen a few of them in the anime series. I will recall.
There's a gentleman that I follow on YouTube. He actually put a new video out today. I forget his entire channel name, but I know it's KZU9247, something like that. He actually put a brand new video about their Christmas train going down the rail with a steam locomotive, the D51 class.
Mm-hmm.
They end up using it the entire line for what, according, I do apologize, I'm trying to learn Japanese lettering, but it was a pretty damn good video. It was amazing. Not to mention they do a lot of angles where the train approaches at close range, coming from the distance. It was awesome. It's even more crazier that the driver's side is on the left side, while the fireman does his usual thing. And their locomotives, they have a different specific types. They have the 9600 class, which is a 280 wheel alignment. That's what they call them in there. Then they also have the C11 264T, which is my favorite tank engine, which I have a model of, which I shared to you guys. And for me, it is awesome what they do. They're trying to catch up to us in America while we're trying to catch up to the British stuff with their steam locomotives, since they did a better preservation than we did.
Well, to be fair, British steam locals were cheaper for preservation because of the high abundance of tank engines.
True. A lot of those steam locomotives in Japan, though, they haven't several places I saw on Facebook looked like, I think it was a C-59 I saw. It was like corroded, sitting out exposed in the weather. It was rusting all over the place. Sure as hell broke my heart. It's like and now they're trying to take care of this thing to get a roof over it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the museum I worked for this year, because the governor added a bunch of new COVID restrictions, they couldn't do the Christmas train this year.
Yeah, that's
Well, they
right. That's
tried.
what they said.
Well, there's
But
always
it just
next year. It's
fascinates
never.
me a lot of their whistles they copied from us. When you take a good listen to a couple of their videos that this gentleman posted, I can immediately recognize that some of the whistles are from the Durango Silverton.
Indeed, you can tell. We all can.
Well, boys, it was nice chilling with you, and I hope you guys have a good New Year. And I'll see you in.
Yes. Does anybody
in
remember
the
this?
next one.
Yes, I remember this one very well. Percy getting chased by ghosties that many people thought was Tito Tech.
Peace out, lads. Take
See you
care.
later.
Take care, Michael. Happy New Year, pal. Hello, friends. Like I said, it's really cool in the studio, guys. I really have to tell you this as well. It's really, really cool. Who knows what will happen next year? But, oh, yeah, just to let you know, hang on. Yes. Hey, Alan, just Soto Film Studio. Go in the private chat and you will see the answer that you asked me. I just Soto Film. Just look in the private chat and you'll get the answer. Okay. That and what I've said in there is true. He just told me. It is confirmed, guys. You know, Brandon is done with the you know who. He has told me. He confirmed it. And since we're in a bit of a high new spirits, and I actually have got my fire back, thanks to you guys who actually pops up despite all the shit that's been going on. Thank you guys. I'm happy. So I'm ready to hop into the future. Even though I take my absence, apparently, I will be happy to come back when I am. So don't think I've retired, lads. I will come back. Hang on. I'll just remove my share screen for a sec. But don't worry, I'm serious. Like I said, I will come back though. But I will return at some point. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year.
We'll just get this train ready.
Take as much time as you need, Cave Fam. We'll always be there for you.
We will. I will try and keep as low as I can, but I know for a fact those idiots who have tried to have done a good job in destroying my reputation and whatnot. They will continue to show all the past of what I have done, but I have changed my ways. But hardly anybody will believe me or like me the same way before, because that's the reason I'm sick and tired of talking the same shit over and over. I've changed my ways completely, and I mean that. But no one has given me an effing chance to actually show it, and people think I'm not being very, very honest enough because they're choosing not to. And that's what makes this a little bit upsetting, to know that why I need to do what I have to do. Hi there, Milos.
Hello.
Okay, and I'll be back in 2 minutes or less.
Let's get this sorted and I'll be ready to do just one last little drive down and then I will be going at some point. Don't worry. But we've done so well lately, let's continue rolling. Huh, looks like Brandon has actually decided to do his New Year stream even early. Oh, he's actually live now as we speak.
Really?
Yes, he's streaming just like I am at the moment. Yes, he is.
Ha!
He's very happy. He is happy. Yeah, he's doing very, very good. I'm just going to give him a Happy New Year message.
I'll be right back.
There we go. That's just me to him. First freak out, then that's their problems. Not mine.
Hi, buddy.
Hi there, Nia. Welcome back. So like I said before I got something pretty funny we're going to watch. There we go, lads. It's one of my favourite songs. It's one of my favourite bands from the super heavy metal band. It's really good. We're playing there, one of my favourites. Hey 24, welcome back. I play this every year to get me fired up. This is it here. Super heavy metal. These guys are called the Heavy Metal Heroes. And one of them is called Heavy Metal Batman. I'm a big fan of his. And this is really good. Ever steam in the future's bright. Here we go. CSW, as we'll fly our way to the end. You bet me, pal. Awesome, everybody else. Get ready to mark out.
Jesus Christ!
Oh God, Roger, not that again.
What the?
Chris, it's time for Great Western Shite. You heard it, buddy.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yep, it's time. Yep, I know. Jesus Christ, I need to play that again. I got it wrong with the lyrics there. Oh, my bad. Who cares? Dreams on my mind. I go fight to the bitter end. The Strasbourg's Railroad. Hey, it's my buddy Callum. Just in time.
Come on, Mom.
Bring him in,
Hello,
man.
Callum. Welcome back. Nice
Hello.
to see you, pal.
Bum bum bum.
And now
Bum, bum,
time once again to oh, it's time to fly. I have to bring it up, lads.
That's all you have to know about men and women. Women are crazy, men are stupid.
It's all right, Callum. I know it's you, pal. Callum, it's fine. Well, let's just enjoy the final few hours before we move on to the future. And now Callum has changed his name to George Carlin to becoming Darth Vader. The dark side of the new year burns within him.
I just hope for this new year it'll be different.
It will be.
I'm sure all
I
of us
feel
are
it.
going through our troubles.
I feel it, pal.
Nick, I'm your father.
Oh, my.
Milo,
Oh,
I am
Neil.
your biological father.
Hello, Darth Vader. It's time to unleash the dark side again with my red saber blade and light. Luke, join me, we kill the Sith and we'll rule as father and son. Vader doing his New Year's song. Got a minute now. Join by his side.
Speaking of which, of Star Wars, how many of you been watching the Book of Boba Fett? I heard that it actually came out yesterday or today, I believe, on
Yeah, I saw the
Disney
first
Plus.
episode.
I've only
What
just
was it like?
And now it's okay. At least we now know he survived. And now Callum has decided to turn into Ginger Jesus 2.0 from the UK.
Randomism.
Nice.
So I was
Here's
curious
the-
because I have not watched it yet, but I've seen the trailers for it. It sounds pretty interesting.
Oh, by the
It
way,
does.
there's one thing I can do. If I take away the ism,
After
and I just
watching The
go
Mandalorian, it's kind of surprising that he comes into one of the episodes, I believe.
Oh God! And now we think it is Brandon. It's actually Callum in disguise. Good going, pal. You happy last time?
Yeah, do you want to know how I got Brandon's profile picture?
Because you found where it was, didn't you? You knew what it.
No.
You know.
No, on StreamYard, I simply went save image as, saved it, and then turned it into my own.
Indeed. Well, how about at the end?
For example, if I create a new avatar. Ah, damn it, I'm out of space.
I can hear a buzzing going on.
Yeah, I think that's Milo.
Yeah, I think you're buzzing.
Hold on.
Oh, really, Colin? Really?
Hold on.
That's on my side. You know who that is? And just blame that again.
I thought we fucked
Really?
the name, but oh, I was off by the S.
I am the beggar and the upstate. So weird things you can't take goes down through the face and down to hell. There's marks alive.
Now we have an issue. But yeah, we've got an issue now.
Now there's 2 milers on the screen. It's great. Has flushed down the goddamn drain.
Oh, my.
There's 2 miles is on the screen. This stream has gone insane. It's all down the drain. This rebirth was its own downfall. Use a crap, the fandom's gone. Just losing my mind. The Thomas Adams fallen down the mine. My rebuild was not so true, just a fake replacing El Henry. Playboy, best. I'm uptight, I'll come back soon. Tough. but I'll come back and love you all to death. Oh yeah. What's the wonderful news 24? One in we go. You'll never speak.
I just went silent.
Yeah.
That's the best news I've heard in some time. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you.
Wait, Thomas HD Classic is coming back?
Thanks for all the likes and shares, bud. Sorry, I just spoke like Wolverine. For the love of God, like and share.
I hate to do this to you guys, but my battery's getting low, so I got to get going. Hopefully,
Alright, we'll
everyone
see
has a
you.
great, safe holiday season tonight, and I'm looking forward to a new start to a new year. Hopefully, we'll get some progress.
We will. It'll take time.
Take as much time as you need, off Cane
I'll be
fan.
back
We'll
soon.
always be there for you.
I will be back soon, lads. Don't you worry.
See you later, guys.
Take
See you
care,
later.
guys. Take care, Nick. I'll see you in the new year when we do. And here we go, guys. I've got my train ready. My flight. Let's just say this is CSW's last train. This is the New Year train. And don't worry, Callum. You already did your final passenger train of the day, and you had some good ones. You had the highest quality of passengers on it. So you got the fair share of the year.
Oh well, now I can just spend some more time with 311. Job's a good one.
Well, 311 was actually assisting with you as well, actually. So you both get the
Oh,
night off.
nice.
Because she asked to assist you. Yes, you heard me. She chose to assist with you.
Well, you can see where it's going with this.
We don't want to go that far, bro.
Well, no one has to know, do they?
I'm already aware of it, so you know what you know.
You know what I have to say to that?
It's okay.
Just fuck already.
No.
No, we're not pulling random.
Nope.
Not really.
Big no-no.
Just no, not really. Not that, Slime Killer. I think we need to say just steam on already. And
Just
off we go.
already.
Off we go, lads. We're about to get shooting past with this. I'll just get the camera set up. There we go. Let's just get this all lit up. There's the station on the new extended line.
Well, I've got to pop off a bit, so I'll see you lot later.
Alright,
That's
see you
alright,
later.
Callum.
See you later then.
Take care, Callum.
See ya.
See you,
See ya.
Callum. Yep, as you can see, 611's teaming up with 4449. Hey Ross, that's a bit loud.
I have no idea where it's coming from.
Here we go.
Okay.
I love you, man, and I'm not a puff.
What?
I'm watching
What
Trouble
did
with
you
Trains
say?
3.
Oh. Sheesh.
Here we go, this will be a good shot.
Nice.
Superb.
This will do.
Excuse me.
Hi, kitty kitty.
What's up, Buttercups?
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Rod. What's up, Matthew? Buddy. Oh. How was your day at work, Rod? Matthew, what's going on tonight? When? Huh? Oh, buddy. That is so cool.
Yeah, the dream double heading I wish I could have. And I think it can happen.
Sure.
Sorry, Milas, it seems you're buzzing again.
Oh yeah, I'm moving my mic. Okay, I'll stop.
Well, like I said, everyone's left on the watches. It's just the four of us,
Buddy,
so
have you been outside?
we're almost got a bit of time left, guys. But like I said,
Yes, I'm
regardless of
outside.
what will happen, I'm glad I had a good run with this. But let's just say, I will take as time as I need. But regardless of what he's going to do and everything else, I'm just a bit worried that it may not go as we hope. But I just wish it hadn't, gone to 8 kids. You know what I mean? As if we hadn't gotten this far and all this stuff that it's one thing to continue, bringing up about who I was and what I've revealed to have been, but to go this far and continuing like I've been lying this entire time, which I haven't, just not the same Kane fan I have been then, because everybody knows what I've gone through, but people think I'm an unchangeable person. But I'm not. maybe physically and mentally, I'm not sure, but who knows? But it just got to that point where I just had enough. That's why I'm going to go through this other process, and hopefully this year, in 2022, that will become the case. Like Simkiller, you said you would put up with any BS or whatever, just like Brandon would.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what? I mean, they've got all the footage of you and me talking, and with Roger and all the others, so you can tell how bad this is going to get, because they've gone as far as making you guys look bad when you've actually supported me and know where I've been. The fact is, no one's given me the opportunity to show it or even prove it, and sometimes it's blindly right there, and no one realizes it. And that's why I get frustrated with a lot. But like I said, I'm happy for the support I still got, or what's left of it.
You need to go outside, buddy.
So Killer, what are you going to do while I'm overtaking my absence? Will you continue to do what you have to do? Slim Killer.
Yeah.
You gonna do it? Like I said, do you know what you gotta do while I'll be taking my absence?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be continuing my series.
Yeah, but will you like make sure everything goes fine while I, you know?
Yeah, I'll continue checking up on you.
Yeah, not to mention as
Hey,
well.
Christopher's back.
That's great. Just in time for the final moments as well. Because, you know. I'll just get Chris here. Okay, Chris, I see you, pal. Shane, I know Brandon's doing his New Year's Day, so I don't want to spoil his anyway. So.
Let me order pizza right now. I know. Put a little up there.
Well, at least we have some. That's some good news. We have heard about someone who's going to be back. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Chris. The mood changed a bit better apparently while you were away. But you can rewatch it if you like. If you want. And we had some good stuff coming in. You just missed 44, 49, 6, 11, taken the New Year's double header from CSW, which you can rewatch. But I also, the New Year Express double heading. And between 4 p.m. and everybody else have come down and had some good talks. And then you know who came in tried screaming all.
She worries about much when I go out.
Yeah, literally. But guess what? It was confirmed that Brandon is done with you know who. He has told me.
Yeah. Good.
And despite the fact he said, you know who said that he and Glenn had everything to put me in trust. But ain't happening, I don't think. But I am worried as shit because I know for a fact if I go and continue to do what I have to do, I'll continue on using everything. Because regardless, I have changed my ways. It's just that no one ever gave me the opportunity to do it, to prove it. I've been doing it this entire time. Like, here I am. Am I getting angry? Do I get aggressive? Only if I'm pushed to my limit.
No.
But I'm more easy. As you saw in my last video when I did my announcement, I was in tears. And I wasn't faking it.
Yeah, I could tell.
I don't normally hide my tears, usually, but I was. Hey, last you might want to, your microphone's getting all buzzy.
Yeah.
I think you might need a new one.
Yeah, it's.
Sorry, Milas, it's just getting a lot louder. But anyways, guys, like I said, I really have had a good time with this one. Despite you know who and what's his name and the others tried to screw it up, I was just into a good mood as well. I think it's good. You just missed it earlier with a bit of music playing. But hey, it worked. But I hope everything goes well while you guys, while I'm gone, no matter how long it's going to be. I hope you guys will try and stay in contact with as best you can, and hopefully the guys will, like, despite what they've done and damaged it so bad, they're going to continue on regardless. I know that, but they need to know that they crossed the line, and for apparently, hopefully they'll get what will come. And the thing is, when I said about me being left alone or whatever, I really need to. I'm not going to have any more of underage users messing with my friends and saying such horrible stuff. I mean, all this all started because of my, on my 311 celebration stream that we did. Remember, Roger? And you were with me.
I
Chris,
remember.
Yeah.
And you, Killer, and you were there when it all started. And that's what I mean. That's how it all started. And you know who admitted that's how it all began because of that.
Ugh.
And he'll just lie and he won't admit what he said. And I can repeat what he was saying. He was like, stop messing with Kane fans. You go all saying some weird stuff. And he ended up saying he said, I'll do something. He was begging himself to get slot or whatever. And he said something about like me having something with my family. That's where he crossed the line with me. That's when I realized this guy ain't.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I've still got it.
Dirty rat.
Yeah, he said something about me having something with my family. I had no idea what the effort was. But that's what made me cross the line with him. And I had to, like, that's it. He's not, well, I don't know. But like I said, I've still got them. Just the fact I haven't deleted them, they're still there. I just haven't shown them because if I'd kept them up, he would have tried to use that against me. That's why I've still got them, but I won't show them again because it was too disgusting. That's why I got them here in my memory.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, it won't be the last, but until now, I have to take my absence. Still got a bit of time. We've got about 9 minutes left before we wrap this one off. But I will, drop off a few videos, a few what's going on, like about my COVID health and anything else that might be needing information with. I just won't be streaming for long. I just don't think I'll be streaming for a long while.
That's okay.
But I might pop up. But if you guys do any streaming or whatever, then I might pop in for that. I mean, I won't be doing anything for my channel, if you know what I'm saying. So if any of you guys do any streaming, I'll be more than happy to.
Yeah.
But I will come back eventually. So it's not like it's going to be the final chapter of my life, but I just feel like the time has come and I will need to spend more time with my family.
Yeah, after everything that's gone on in personal situations for you, you need to take the time to sort everything out.
Well, I'm alright. I just want this all on here to be sorted out and then to stop because as much as I wanted to really say some stuff, but I don't really want to, it's just not my time. I won't forgive them what they did on Hangouts when they confronted me when somebody forced me to do that and they try to hurt me. I've been getting word that Brandon wasn't the only one who was forced. Others were forced as well. And I couldn't believe this. Some have been very apologetic towards me as well, but it will take me time to forgive because here's one truth. If you're forced into doing something that's even wrong, you're going to have something that's very regretful. And I've been there before.
Yeah.
Once. Because when I got forced into doing something I didn't like, I got
Yeah.
battered. This was like in high school when I was a little kid. They forced me to do something I didn't like. And back then, if you didn't, you still would get tortured for it. And that's what happened to me. And in today's time, it's worse. And I feel that I felt like Brandon and others who I won't say were forced. I was worried they were going to have something bad happen to them. So I can understand why. So I feel more bad for them than for me. Fact of the matter is, it ain't worth my time. I mean, have you ever seen me do this in response back? My streams don't have anything about them. The fact is, I had to mention them in the last one and this one here because they're trying to fuck up my new year. I'm not going to have this, so I've decided to say enough is enough. They can go on and talk about who I used to be, but I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah.
And I
Because you're
will.
much wiser than that.
I know, but people like myself, it's hard to see the whys in me.
Mm.
And people, it's like a brick wall they choose to see in me. But I'm not. I'm a good man, but I have made
Yeah.
mistakes I wish to never repeat again. But the more they keep
Exactly.
talking about the more they keep on bringing up about my past of who I used to be, that's what breaks me badly.
Yeah.
Why can't, the positives, where I know I've had negatives, but why can't we try and do something and turn something negative into a positive? Like we do,
Exactly.
and that's what we need to do. But
Yeah.
regardless of me being away for a while, it will leave room for others to fill in the void that I've done, to fill in my space to rise to the top and let them have a bit of, you know, rise to fame while I take my time away.
Yeah.
It's just that I've been in constant suffering and turmoil with this, and I just got to that bit. I didn't really want anybody to really know who I was back then because that's what people want to remember me as. I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to. But this is the Kane fan that everyone needs to remember. I know people can tell me about this or that, but that was then. Even back in 2020, which will be nearly 2 years from now, in nearly an hour's time.
Mm.
When I've always said, and my grandfather's always told me, once that new year goes and the gong hits, that's the beginning of a new time in life, and we accept it and we embrace it. While we try to look back on a new year where we try and remember what was positive about the years as best as we can. I mean, look at what 2020 gave us. A bit of a strange but good Christmas in the end, and we did start to get better in the year. Hopefully, 2020 will be more of a much more brighter future, and I do look forward to the changes that will be coming.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not very good with changing, but I am going to willing to adapt. I'm willing to adapt what I'm going to go through, and I just wish everybody else the best of luck. Like I said, this ain't the last, but for now, I need to focus on my life. But I will come back with you guys when I'm prepared. But I do feel like I won't be remembered the same way again, despite what some people will think. Slim Killer, you alright? You seem like you
Yeah.
were a bit wide-eyed. Has something scared you?
I'm just a little tired.
Well, I'll be staying up for a while, even after New Year's. I'm going to push on with it and embrace it. Like I said, guys, it's been a great time, and I will admit this stream was a bit better, despite what happened just a little bit there, that little hiccup we just had. There's a certain guy who tried to ruin our New Year party. But like I said, no matter what will happen, what comes around will go around. But eventually, life continues on. Even in these hard COVID times, we make the best of it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm going to continue spreading my goodwill and good freedom to all people. And I hope that everything turns out well for you lads, and for you, Roger, and Slim Killer, and you, Christopher. But I will be back again. It's just when I'm prepared. Who knows? I could come back within 2 months. I could come back when I'm 31, which I will be next year. I could come back. Yeah, I could come back in the summer. I might return during the winter. I could come back even before Christmas of next year, or even on this day a year from now. Who knows? But for now, I feel that the time has come for me to step aside a little bit and just, not to reshape my life, but to kind of pick up where I was trying to left off before I had to find my way back here. Now, for any of you guys who are watching this isn't a farewell or see you down the road. It's just me just taking a much needed break and absence that I sorely needed. Even though I've done this before, many of those who will despise me and keep forever hated by what they'll just be waiting for me to tear into me. I know how it works, but hopefully Roger and you, Christopher and Slim Killer, and everybody else who are defending, hopefully you can all do what you have to do and try and stop future drama about me, whatever. Because all my fans can't take it much either. They are worried for me. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this New Year streaming. Like I said, 2022 will give us a lot more better future, and I hope the best for it. And when I come back, you never know. Will I come back a better person, a newly reformed individual, or who knows what will happen? As long as I continue battling with the COVID crisis and taking my tests and taking as much as I can, I'll still be here. And if any of you guys are streaming, just let me know and I'll pop in maybe for a minute. Who knows what will happen? But for now, the final hour of 2021 has just begun. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is KaneFan701. Happy New Year to all of you guys. God bless all of you. Hope to see you in the new year when I do. But for now, this is just a see you down the road type of thing. It's a pleasure having a grand ride for the last 14 years being here on YouTube. And who knows, my 50th anniversary depends. But when I do come back, I'll be 31 years of age. Take care, everybody, and I hope to see you when the
Good to
timing
see
is
you
right.
too, Glenn.
I won't be gone. I won't be gone forever. It's just that I just need to take a step back and get some breathing while these idiots get what's coming to them without me giving the punchline to it. I just hope that this will all be done and over with. Okay? You got Roger. You and Brandon do what you have to do with everybody else who have a life, but I need to keep aside. All right.
All right.
And everybody else in the hangout, everybody else from Hangouts, Discord, and everything else, they need to understand that I'm gone, but for the time being, I just need to have a rethink, and everybody else needs to have a clear air. Like I said, I just need this time off. Right? I will come back. It's just a matter of when and where.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll get my big bowl out. So, with that being said, guys, Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you in 2022 in about roughly 57 minutes.
Jeez,
I'm counting. Take care, lads.
You too, Glenn.
As much as I would like to
See you
stay
later,
up,
Glenn.
as much as I would like to see the fireworks on my TV, I gotta have it with my parents. So we'll just pretend in our heads, okay? Take care, lads. Happy New Year. 2022, here we come. And goodbye, 2021.